Hey everybody, this is Chalmers with the Chalmers Realty Group. I'm here today with Jennell Faulkner, who's our operations manager. And I just wanted to kind of introduce her so you guys can get to know her a little bit. She's an integral part of our team. So Jennell, thanks for being here.
Good to be here.
First thing I wanted to ask you is just tell us about your background a little bit.
Okay. So I was born and raised in Idaho Falls, so I'm a native, and I moved away for a while, but then I moved back. And while I was being raised here, my parents, we had a big family, but we also took in foster kids and special needs kids. So lots of kids all the time. And then I went on to college and I went into education and got my degree in elementary education and taught for a while. And then I got into real estate. So that's my background.
Wow, elementary education, huh?
Yes.
So you're a teacher.
Yep, by trade I'm a teacher. That was what my degree was in.
So how'd you make that transition, or how'd you get into real estate, I guess, from being a teacher? That seems like those two careers are quite a bit different from one another.
In some ways they are, but what was interesting is I was having a long-term sub job. I was in between classroom jobs, like grade-wise teaching 5th grade, and then when that ended, I took kind of a sabbatical for a few months, and then I did a long-term sub job. And when that ended, the day that it ended, I got an email from Chalmers saying that he was hiring his very first position for his operations manager. So I responded, and the rest is history.
Well, that's awesome. The same day, huh?
The exact same day.
Yeah, Jennell was the first person I hired to actually create the team. Right before that, it was just me. So yeah, that's awesome. So you're a huge part of the team. So tell us, what do you love about real estate?
Well, honestly, I'll be straightforward. Chalmers didn't pay me, but I'm going to be honest. I love working at Chalmers Realty Group because of the culture. We have an awesome team. We have quite a few agents, and there's 4 of us admin total, and we have a great time. We're very competitive. We're very driven. We're constantly evaluating how we do business and ways to improve the business. So we have a very high level of expectation. So we're constantly getting better, and we laugh really hard together, and we have a great time, but it's like a family feel. So honestly, that's the main reason why I love real estate, is the culture of the team. But the second reason is I get to work with sellers, and sellers are a lot of fun. I go into their homes and I do something called a staging appointment. So I go through and I tell them from a buyer's perspective the things that they notice about that seller's home. So I give them a list of things that they should do to make their home the best online in pictures and also in showings. And they can pick and choose what they want to do to take it to the top level or do the minimal. But what's crazy are the homes that do the most, and all the things that I recommend are the houses that sell the quickest and for the highest dollar amount.
Yep, that's awesome. So after being in real estate, what, 6 years, six and a half years, something like that? That's longer than a lot of agents have been in real estate. So I would think that you probably know as much or more about real estate than a lot of agents. Not to put anybody down or anything, right? But as far as knowing about real estate, what do you know? What can you tell us about the real estate market? I mean, you work full time, right? You work in the market even though you're not an agent. But what's your impression of what's happening in the East Idaho real estate market right now?
Well, what's interesting is I have family all over the country, and there was something called a shift last year in the market. So that means that markets in different areas kind of slowed down a little bit. But in Idaho Falls, that really didn't affect us. So we continued to move forward with our average sale price. It increased, and houses still sold quickly. So I would say the biggest thing that I've noticed in real estate is, even though it's considered a seller's market, you still need to stage your home to look as beautiful as possible, so that when that buyer walks in, they see it and they think, all I have to do is move in. And houses that are staged beautifully sell faster and for a higher dollar amount. So I would say that's the biggest thing right now in real estate, is even though houses are selling quickly, the ones that are staged and are beautiful sell faster than any other house and for a higher dollar amount. So that's probably my perspective in real estate coming from there.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. That's absolutely true. Well, thank you for being with us, and thank you for being on the team. Again, you're a huge asset to the team, so I appreciate it very much.
Thank you.
This is Chalmers with Chalmers Realty Group, and I hope you have a great day.
Wash your hands.